Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're well, and whatever you're up to creatively, I hope you're having fun. That's the main thing. So today I'm using a blue colour palette, and dare I say, let me put this on record, I think I found the perfect blue colour palette consisting of 6 colours. I'm going to take you down to see the palette that I've chosen. They're all Amsterdam brand, so all from Royal Talens, Amsterdam. I have mixed my paint with pouring medium and water. 1 part paint, 1 part water, 3 parts pouring medium. So can you guess the technique that I'm going to do? Well, I'm not going to give it away just yet, but I'm going to take you down to see the canvas, see the colours, and I'll talk about the process from start to finish. I'm so pleased you're here with me. Thank you all for your support. As always, what do we say? Let's say it together. Let's see what we can create. Okay, so here's the colour palette. I've chosen 6 blues to go within this colour palette, and I absolutely love these combinations. So let me just take you through so you can see all the names. We've got a Prussian blue, we've got a sky blue light, we've got a greenish blue, we've got an ultramarine, a metallic blue, and a king's blue. And they're the blues that I'm going to use within this creation. As you can see, all from Amsterdam. I have mixed all my paints with a pouring medium and water. And you can see here the consistency. So let it run off the spatula. A slight trace before it disappears. So again, with all these colours, it's 1 part paint, 1 part water, 3 parts pouring medium. And I will list all these brands and the ratios, the consistencies in the description box. So there's my colours. Let's go. So I'm just going to take 1 colour at a time and puddle those colours on the surface area of the canvas. I've now got a mixture of blue puddles. I love all of these blue tones that we've got. And I'm just going to use my torch now just to pop any air bubbles. When you mix up your paint, whether it's with just water or a pouring medium or both, when you mix, you're adding air into that mixture. So I'm just popping those bubbles before we go. So, marble time. Let's drop that marble into the puddle. And then I'm going to pick up my canvas and I'm going to tilt the canvas from side to side. But the idea at the moment isn't just to spread the paint out across the canvas, it's to move that marble from one puddle to another. And as it travels across that canvas and going from one puddle to another, it's dragging those colours into different puddles. And as it does that, it's creating different lines across that canvas and creating a pattern all on its own. So I'm now just going to drop the marble onto the table, and I'm now going to stretch the pattern that we've created with that marble and stretch that paint so it covers the full surface area of the canvas. And as I'm doing that, I'm watching how those patterns kind of open up, and I'm watching how that paint moves and where I've got that volume of paint. But before we stretch the canvas out completely, in terms of pushing that paint over the edges and down the side, I just want to cover the surface area because I want to add one more technique. And that technique's going to be a swipe, and that's going to create a completely different pattern as well. Okay, so I've got good coverage, and now it's swipe time. I'm using a cell activator. This is titanium white by Amsterdam, mixed with Australian Floetrol. 1 part paint to 4 parts Floetrol. So as I place that mixture onto my palette knife, remember, if you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like, and share it out if you can. By doing that, you're really helping me reach new people across YouTube who might enjoy this art form and enjoy my tutorials. So let's get back to the process. I'm now going to swipe over the top. And this is about creating a different pattern on top of the pattern that we've already created with the marble. So I place the palette knife on top of the paint and just slowly glide it across that surface area. It looks like a block of white paint at the moment, but just give it some time. Give it some time to react with the paint, not only within that mixture for the cell activator, but also the paint underneath. I'm really liking the cells that are appearing. So I'm going to do one more swipe, again with that cell activator, on top of my palette knife to create some lacing across those lines that were created by the marble. So let me now just quickly show you a close-up of that lacing that's been created. And now it's about tilting the canvas and stretching that paint to cover the full surface area and pushing it down the sides and the edges to get that good coverage. And as I do that and as I tilt, remember you can place the canvas back on the table, step back and have a look at the pattern overall. Have a look at your overall composition and get a good idea of the volume of paint that you've got so you can move it across to different areas of the canvas. And you can do that by, once you've tilted and pushed that paint over the edge, bring it back on itself and tilt in the opposite direction. And you can see that I'm doing that here. But the key to this is not doing it quickly. Just take your time. Allow yourself some time to spread that paint, to tilt that canvas and have a look at that composition. And it's also about turning that canvas each time, placing it on the table to really have a good look at that composition as you go. Okay, I'm happy with this one. I'm just going to place it on my stands, make sure it's level. And here's the close-up of the wet version. What I really like and what kind of really stands out to me are those two patterns that we've created. The first pattern was using the marble, and you can see more of it there in that middle section. And then the second pattern that we've created is with that lacing, with that swipe and that cell activator. So combining those two techniques can create a really nice pattern on top. And when you stretch that paint out and open up that pattern, this is the kind of effect that you'll get. So I'm going to place this to one side and let it dry, and I will take you in for a close-up of the dry version too. But let me know in the comments below what you like best. Do you like the lacing? Or do you like the lines? Or are you like me? Do you like a combination of both? So here's the dry version. I really love how it's dried, but I really love a blue colour palette. And I know it was quite brave of me at the beginning to say, I think I've picked the perfect colour palette of blues, but let me know what you think. Do you think this is a good balance of tones? And do you enjoy this technique? A big thank you for being here today. Remember, share the video out if you can, give it a thumbs up, and even better, just let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And whatever you're up to creatively, I hope you're having fun. Don't be too hard on yourself. Give yourself that freedom to paint and explore. That's definitely my motto this year. So a big thank you again, and I really hope I get to see you again in the next video. Take care everyone, have a great week ahead. Bye.